Sling Rings Tarot, and I think I'm going to try and go live. Let me know what the sound's like. I've just done a test run and it came out okay. So, why could I not fall asleep until like 7 o'clock this morning? The energies at the moment are off the scale, and I'd be stupid not to take advantage of the energy at the moment to see what's going on in the collective, to see what opportunities are available to us, to see what timelines might be available. I feel like it's magician energy, but I could be wrong. But it's this real stay creative, because I feel like it's the creativity energy that has the most power of manifesting, because it's using the pineal gland, and obviously that's what they're trying to suppress. So protection of the highest level, what would the fairy realm like the collective to know? I've only had 3 hours sleep. It's like, wow. There's no moons or anything that I'm aware of. We have had Saturn and Neptune come out of Pisces. So what's the message for the collective? Let me know what the sound's like. Don't want to be shouting my mouth off. 6 of Wands, and it is the victory march. Time to shine. Time, whatever it is, like you see these 2 wands, it's an opportunity that he's walked through. He's left 4 wands behind him, and he's holding this up in the air as if to say, I've done it. I've completed something. We had the full moon in Leo, again, time to shine, brought stuff to the surface. But this is the victory march. Get out there, be seen, because people are watching, whatever it is that you're doing. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knights represent the beginning of the stages of building a solid foundation. So it's slow, steady progress forward in the 3D, in the earth material, with this pentacle. Does it shine on there? With this pentacle. And he's like the Knights of Pentacles. They're very trustworthy. They do what they say on the tin. This is not a time to go rushing in. Rushing in. This is slow, steady progress forward. Now, with him, her, Knight, could be either or, came out the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is the shadow queen. The Queen of Wands is, I go into the darkness, I process what's come up in front of me, I work through my shadow, I integrate it into my being, and then I use it creatively. It becomes part of my energetic aura. So then she's mastered how to do this. She's done it so many times. And that's why she's crowned. It's the crown chakra of the Queen of Wands. She's alluring. She's businesswoman. With this Knight of Pentacles, I would say this is the beginning of a possible business venture that could be available through some kind of healing work that's been done, or the ability to be able to transmute shadow into light and then use it in the world. And there is, people are watching. Knight of Pentacles. So this could be an offer. The Knights often bring, he's got this little pentacle hanging off his shorts there. The Knights often bring an opportunity. It's like the universe going, do you know what? It took strength and courage to go in and do that shadow work. So we're going to bring you a little gift. And that's the way I see these pentacles. They're not always, it's not always monetary. It's like, it's unveiled a gift, possibly one that you didn't know you had, a new way of doing things, but definitely out in the public eye, victory and success over adversity, because the Six of Wands is moving away from the Five of Wands, which is competition, it's ego, it's that wanting to be right, and it's a removal of the ego. So that could be the work that she's done that has called in this pentacle. Slow, steady progress forward. He's got his staff. He's not moving, and he's in purple, so he's very protected, but she is on fire, which is very much like the energy that's around at the moment. So give me wrong pack. Give me something to go with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Might do a message from the Raven, seeing as there's this abundance of energy at the moment. Give me something with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. What's the message here? She's got leaves in her hand. So moderation. Is there something you know that you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully, although a little bit of what you like is fine. So this is moderation, not just with food, but moderation in all areas. An hour doing this, an hour doing that, an hour singing, an hour creating, an hour communicating with people, moderating your life and healing. Oh, she's so beautiful. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others, yes, even you. And that is what the Queen of Wands does. She heals the parts of herself that were not accepted unconditionally. But this is like opening up your hands. You have to actually say, I am open to receiving healing. Now she's all in blue, which is protection, also communication, and Archangel Michael, but her hands are open, and there is this energy. I've taken my nails off because I realised like they might be blocking our electromagnetic field, and I'm massive on this. We have this ability to put our hands out to receive healing and to give it. So there's healing that is either available to us, open to us, moderation, learning at the bottom of those cards. So healing in blue, and that's what the Queen of Wands does. And maybe she has found a way of doing it. See, the leaves in her hands is like the autumn, the letting go of whatever has gone, is going. She's about to drop those leaves on the floor, like the trees do. It's letting go. So healing, and also that could be what actually came out or is available at this with these energies, to pass that on. And use it in the world. Give me something else with this healing. That flew on the floor. So it recuperates. No, replenish. Again, it's purple. It's a 31, which is 4, so it's the foundations of, and there may be a period of needing time out, time to replenish, time to actually integrate this wand energy, this queen energy, this divine feminine in her, I want to say magnetic magician energy. and she's gone to sleep, but it's not about actually just going to sleep. It's about she's got all these little scenarios going on around her. And again, it's in purple. It's using that imagination, using that creativity to replenish, but to also manifest what we want next. What is she dreaming of? And there's no rush because we've got the Knight of Pentacles here. And again, it's this removing of negativity. Anything that gives you a bad feeling in your gut isn't in alignment with you. That yellow in the solar plexus is like your alarm system. And if it goes off, if you get anxious, if there's a knot, then that is something that's not in alignment with you. And you see the way they're both kind of like sleeping. So there's this opportunity at the moment to rest. We are in February, it's wet outside. They're both resting, they're both replenishing, clearing out negativity. And that's what the Queen of Wands does. And then we've got flow. So this puts us, and this is like healing, this puts us back into the flow, natural flow, the ebbs of the water, the stream flowing. Now, what I love about this card, I'm going to leave that there. What I love about this card, once again, it's blue, so there's protection, there's a stream. At the side, you will see that there's a spider's web. And there is, I'm not quite sure what's on the other side, but there's dragonflies up the middle, and we all know my association with dragonflies. And the dragonflies symbolize freedom, but they are bang in the middle of the stream because they're not being distracted by the spider's web. Do not get caught up in anything that has nothing to do with you, and be very careful with this time that we're in, that there's a lot of distractions out there, and it's source energy. Being in the flow of source energy is the highest timeline for this creation, for this healing, for this manifestation to come in, to materialize, making the ground foundations, removing of negativity, and a time to replenish from that, because we don't realize until after it's been removed how much it was actually sucking on our source energy. But get back in the flow. Anything else? We've got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups can be taken two ways. It could be taken as a union, two hearts, two people coming together, pouring into the same cup, both with the same ideals, the same, like foundational, I do what I say on the chin kind of thing. It's got to have that to have a foundation. But it can also be, and I do sometimes feel like these are children, they're not old, they're quite young. So it's balancing out the divine masculine and the divine feminine in a child work in the heart space. So please let me know if that, when you do that work, and the rose is the highest level of spiritual enlightenment, when you do that work inwardly, when you face your shadow, do the healing, take time to replenish, clear out the negativity, which could just be a thought pattern, you balance out the divine masculine and feminine in the inner child space, in the heart space, and then that attracts on the outside a counterpart, if you like, or a partnership, might even be business. Now, this took from Eight of Cups, and we know how much I love the Eight of Cups. This is, I am jumping on my dragonfly and I'm fucking off. Now, this might not always be I'm actually buggering off to a new destination, or this could be Eight of Cups within ourselves. There's Eight of Cups behind me that no longer serve me, which could be emotion. They could be, and cups is always the heart space. So it's like, right, that's not filling my cup. That's not filling my cup. These people, places, situations, or emotions are not filling my cup. They're not in alignment with me. So I'm going to get on my dragonfly and I'm going to go. And it was after a period of Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is choices. And these are opportunities that come in. They could be work related, they could be romantic, they could just be day to day. They're opportunities that come in, and what she's doing is she's looking at them and she's going, is this in alignment with me? Is this real? Is it delusion? Is it illusion? Is it just talk? And she's looked at all these Seven of Cups, and it looks like she or he, regardless, energetically, has said, no, I'm going for higher. I'm going to fly higher. I'm going from the Seven of Cups of being in a state of maybe decision-making and confusion to actually, I'm going to say no to all of these cups, and I'm going to get on my dragonfly and fuck off. Because I know what I'm worth, and it needs to be equal in reciprocating. So when you got the 7 and the 8, and underneath that was the 10 of Swords. Now, the 10 of Swords normally represents being stabbed in the back. The 10 of Swords is like, and also it is a card of healing. So it's like, I've 8 of Cups, so many situations, and every time you do decide that you want an 8 of Cups and move on or away from, it is very likely that you're going to get a 10 of Swords. Because once people realise that you can't be manipulated or you say no, then there does genuinely kind of have this, bitterness about it. But it is a sign of healing, and the Queen of Wands goes in and does her healing. She clears out, she takes every single one of them swords out of her back. And she says, well, that doesn't belong to me. That doesn't belong to me. And what am I going to do with it? How am I going to use it? How am I going to alchemize this 10 of Swords? Let's get some more. Let's get some more. If these are repeating, then we're still in it. And that's good, because we're still shedding. And I don't mind, repeating the same thing over and over again if the opportunities are there. So 9 of Swords, some anxiety about 8 of Cups thing. Some anxieties, again, 9 of Swords is in the headspace. The 9 of Swords is this anxiety about what we've been told. It's unfounded fears that we've been told that keep us bound up. So there was something that was causing anxiety that was like, right, I'm 8 of Cups in this. The healing is in overcoming the anxiety, and it could be change. Not everybody's comfortable with change. Let's get some more. So there was a withholding. There was I'm not 100% sure if I've got enough in my basket to share. And I have to be very careful about this robber mice behind me. So the Four of Cups again is like building the foundations of, but not feeling it's a little bit of withdrawal, keeping things to oneself until I've actually got enough in my basket to share, or I want to go, you know, public with it or whatever. And there was some Six of Cups. So yeah, I feel like there was inner child work. She's daydreaming. The Six of Cups is like this. House sound perfect. Thank you, darling. The Six of Cups is reminiscing over childhood memories, reminiscing over the past, romanticizing about the past. She's daydreaming in the stream. But it could have actually created some emotional withdrawal. I'm a bit afraid, possibly, Nine of Swords, to actually open up because I'm not sure I've got enough. But we're going to get some more on that. Four of Pentacles and the Six. I really feel, and then the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving from the Five of Swords, which is fuckery, which is, you know, either fuckering our own head or having fuckery around us, to the Six of Swords. And they've made a decision to turn away from anything. And I said this the other day, there's no point in looking back because we're not going that way. But they haven't actually, they've just turned sideways. Look at those wings. I found the fucking biggest, I've got to get these out. Biggest set of wings. They've made the decision to actually say, no, we're going to move away from anything that's not in alignment. And this was a change of thought pattern. This is, I'm going to start thinking differently. I'm going to take a gamble on going from I can't to I can. I'm going to jump into this new vibration, it could have even just been like a wake-up call of, and I'm going to, look, she's holding on to her knees because she's got wings, she can fly. So it's like going not head first, but trusting that this new way of thinking or being or news that has come in is clarity. She has clarity and trust. She's not going to land on her head because she's got wings, she can fly. And it was a judgment call. So the horn blew. The horn blew. Did anyone hear the horn blowing? It could have been that Leo full moon. There's the judgment call. There's illumination around the head, bringing something to light. Now, we can ignore it, and we can ignore it, and we can ignore it, and then a tower comes in and says, right, that's it. You can't ignore this any longer. You have to hear, you know, when something is completed. And like I said, the Queen of Wands has got those leaves in her hand because it's autumn, and she understands the process of letting go. The judgment call is, have you let go of that which no longer serves you? But there is healing available here. I'm just going to get some clarification from my Druid pack on this Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Fuck now. Eight of Cups. These cups are no longer serving me. I'm moving away in a new direction. There's an eclipse there. So we do have a moon eclipse coming up. So it could be from now until then. I'm moving away. These cups no longer serve me, whether it's people, places, things, or just emotions. A lot of it's very painful, and it is very painful, darling. But it is like, it's almost like, for me personally, like my body literally won't sit in situations or be around people. It just makes me sick, and it's like there is no getting out of it now. It's almost like something has shifted on the inside, and what possibly we would have tolerated maybe even a week ago, maybe even before that full moon in Leo, just is intolerable now. And it's and you can't climb those steps if you've got a massive baggage on you. You can't take it all with you. So that is confirming what I've just said. The Four of Pentacles confirming these. And again, he's got a treasure box. He's about to unlock it. So this is something that he's been storing up. And these could be gifts that are going to come online. But it's still, again, it's a little bit hoarding. It's a little bit like, I haven't quite got enough to share, but I'm building, I'm putting it away, I'm keeping it locked up at the moment. So there is this, again, with this negativity and replenish, this kind of like going inward to have a little rest, clear out. And there's treasure, there is treasure. So the Four of Pentacles flew out, the Sun flew out, the Chariot flew out. I mean, those two are just illumination around, I move forward, and last night, I choose peace over everything, illuminating, bringing us into like the highest frequency that we can. And it has taken integrating this shadow with my light, doing the shadow work, which is what the Queen of Wands does, and then goes out into the world and chooses direction towards the sun. This is the birth of. And again, with the Six of Wands at the bottom, it's like, it's time to shine. It's time to be seen. And they're both got this beautiful yellow around them, which is the solar plexus. And again, I keep feeling this, stay creative. The creative energy is probably one of the, I think, one of the most powerful energies, other than love, that, we've got to combat what's going on in the world right now. Let's see what else now. Oh, so we've got the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a wish fulfillment. This is, I have 9 cups sat at my table. Who do I want, or what do I want to fill those 9 cups with? These are our own choices. Everyone's 9 of cups will look different. But it is like, it's celebration time. It's a manifestation coming in. It's a wish fulfillment. But it is like, would you have, is there someone around that? So that's going from the 8 of cups. I was sat at this table. It was small. These cups, something shifted. I let go of something, and I am moving upwards. I am now creating my own table. I'm the head of my own table. This is really taking control of moving, integrating that shadow. And I decide who sits at my table. What are you going to bring to my table? What have you got in your cup? Beautiful synchronicity of going from the 8 to the 9 to the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is like complete contentment in the material, but this is like generational legacies. I feel when I get the Ten of Pentacles, it's like passing legacies down. Passing legacies down to our children, our grandchildren, you know. Don't sit in situations where you're not feeling like your cup is being full. It takes strength to move away and let go of, but it is in order to create this generational pattern, so that well, not a pattern, but just this feeling of contentment, where it's like it's grandfather, it's son, it's daughter, and it gets passed down. Now there's a beautiful massive dog there, representing this like loyalty. So the foundations of possibly just even loyalty, which is very symbolic of the Knight of Pentacles. So that's going from I am starting a new journey, I'm going on a path, and I am leading from the Knight of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. This is what I want to create in my world, is this, you know, it doesn't have to be family, it could be community, but it's having enough. Everybody's got enough. Now, we've got the Four of Cups at the bottom, so there could have been some disappointment. There could have been some boredom. Again, with if you've got Four of Cups, you'll only stay in it for as long as, you know, you want to sit and mull over these cups that are empty, and not realizing there's one behind. So it's that change of viewpoint, that change of mindset, that I'm moving in a new direction towards something better. Judgment call. Right, I'm going to have a little chat with the Labyrinth fairies, because I love them and they love me, and see what that round this up. Chariot, healing, moving forward, Eight of Cups. There was options in the heart space coming in, but it's knowing whether it's in alignment with you, and I'm just, what are the foundations of this? Is it illusion? Is it delusion? Am I deceiving myself? Is it just pie in the sky? And it looks like it was a no to all 7 cups. I'm going to move on to the 8 of Cups. Right, what have you got to say? The dog is confirming. Yep. The dog is confirming. So from 8 of Cups to 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Because I've had to let 8 cups go. You let 8 cups go, you've created space. There's no one else sat around that table at the moment. It's an opportunity. The Master Maker, 22. 22 is a very powerful number. I do like to refer to the book. One day, I may know these off by heart, but it's skill, craftsmanship, magician, moral strength, and invention. It's almost like the higher self with a wand in his hand, very much like the Queen of Wands. There's so many here and they go so deep. Do whatever you do as well as you can and then make it even better. The Master Maker reminds us that our very best work is always desirable, and in the present situation it is necessary for success. In fact, he asks that we suppress our previous best. Don't cut corners and don't take the easy way. Whether making a thing or fulfilling a concept, be sure The design is elegant, pure and functional, and then follow it, attending to every detail. He says, design beyond your skill and then raise your level of the skill to fulfill it. Give and accept only the best and do it with the love of your craft, whatever your craft may be. So this is in the heart space, whatever it is. This card speaks of long-lasting achievements, creative problem solving and confident action. It may suggest cooperation with others, especially from a position of responsibility or of teaching one's craft to other people. So this is what I was saying about the Queen of Wands. She's learned something in the dark and she's going to take it out into the world and use it and teach it to others. And that is that pentacle. It's this gift. What else have we got? Give us another one. Death. Obviously, death. We cannot have a rebirth, which is the judgment card, without a death. Anything else, and then I'm going to close. I'm so glad it sounds good. Hopefully, something has shifted. Right, Penelope the Dream Weaver, and she is basically manifesting with everything that she's got around her. But I'm going to look at this guy here. Gloomiest Luke, 56, and the Glamanster. The Glamanster talks of glamorize. So 7 of Cups is these options in the heart space or ideas which could be within us or without us that present themselves which look glamorous, but are they actually rooted in what the reality of what they say? And it could be, it does feel like, for going from the 7 to the 8, that it was a no. But I just want to see what these two have to, what the message is around. He is self-defeat, self-pity, self-destruction, and taking care of ourselves. He's a bit moody. It's time to face the fact that our attitudes and beliefs about ourselves are our own. We may have learned them from others, but the others are not responsible for them in the here and now. We are. If we choose self-pity and pessimism, we make a choice to make our lives worse. When this card appears in the reading, it indicates that it's time when understanding this concept is especially important. A time when there is some sort of crunch in a situation that offers someone the opportunity to notice and change self-destructive habits. So that's that moderation, I feel. If it's yourself, you know what you need to do. If it's someone else, you may wish to consider how you might support them in this opportunity for change. Can you make sure to give positive feedback at the very appropriate opportunity? Can you refrain from nagging, scolding or complaining at them when they get it wrong? Because that doesn't help. So it's a change of thought pattern. And it could be from people that we've left behind, possibly. Or we want them to come and, like, we can't change people's minds, or, you know, I think the only thing we can do is walk the walk, talk the talk. Illusion, delusion, lust, projection, and clear sight. He's a funny one, isn't he? It's not good to make decisions when blinded by lust. Whether it's lust for a person, a thing, or an idea, we need to pause, take time before making actual commitments. We need to read the fine print, check out the foundations get a mechanic to test the so-called beautiful second-hand car. If we're considering buying something, we can refuse to let ourselves be rushed into it and take the time to make sure it's really what it says it is. If we're considering making a commitment to other people, we need to take time to really get to know them much better. This is another lesson in seeing the truth behind the beglamoured surface, though in this case it is we who have cast the glamour. So I do feel those two go hand in hand. There were options coming in that looked glamorous, but possibly not. We may have, glamoured them up, or this is leading up to. So I think the Four of Pentacles is hold on to whatever it is that you've got, whether it be emotionally, it's storing at the moment. Storing. Creating a solid foundation. What I've done with that. Creating a solid. He's got the key. It's not like he's locked out. But behind the scenes, I feel. Right. Can we close with Earth Magic? These are so good. I love these cards. Give me one to close with Earth Magic. Fire, passion, and childhood, innocence. Okay, so that really is like Queen of Wands is the Fire Queen. She is magnetic. She does the shadow work. And like I said, there could be some childhood stuff that's come up. I've done my autobiography years ago, but I'm really enjoying putting it to music at the moment. And again, it's just getting it out there because someone somewhere might need to hear it. So it is transmuting that healing into a gift, and it is turning pain into power. Right, fire. Do I need my glasses? I don't think so. Fairies. Fire. Fog. Fire. Passion. I'm going to hold it up. Since the dawn of humankind, we've been fascinated by fire. As soon as early humans were able to make fire, it changed our lifestyles dramatically. Though its capacity to generate heat and light, fire can possibly to cook food, stay warm in cooler climates, and keep predators away at night. And of course, that huge furnace called the sun is the spark of life here on Earth, bringing not only the necessity warmth of this incredibly huge ball of fire, but also the life-giving rays of light emitted by that fire. In this card, a man is enacting an ancient ceremonial fire dance, originating from Summer, at one time performed to ignite the passion of warriors before battle. Fire can inspire other passions as well. We speak of being on fire or catching fire, phrases signifying that we possess an intense desire or enthusiasm for something. No wonder that passion has come to be associated with fire. Sorry, a bit shiny. What are your passions? What turns you on? What ignites that inner flame, that creative spark when you feel devoid of passion? Consider what is missing in your life. It is most likely an absence of fire in your belly, something that makes your heart beat faster and quickens your breathing. Passion is not something that comes from outside of you, although some events and circumstances can trigger it. It's an intensity of feeling, whether quietly experienced or enthusiastically expressed. Passion can simply be a strong feeling, or a sensation itself can be so powerful that it motivates you to act. This is too often associated with exhaustively with sexuality, which is certainly one way of experiencing it. Yet it limits its meaning and demeans the broader possibilities. Open yourself to the truth of what you are passionate about and find a means to express it. I love that. And then I'm going to do childhood. Childhood. Innocence. I'm going to go straight to the innocence is not simply, there we go, lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself, one that you naturally possess when you first come into existence. There are challenges you have faced throughout life that have further shaped your personality and character. You have also likely encountered moments following a disappointment or loss when you turned, sorry, I'm finding it hard to read, turned sour or cynical. And no doubt have had times when layers of anger or fear block the flow of your vitality, your life force. Yet in spite of all this, there is a care of innocence that you can reawaken by releasing any shame that is covered over the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this shame and let it go so you can resolve that state of purity. Doing so helps you see every moment with fresh eyes and removes the filters that inhabit your light and love from coming forth. You truly are a child of Source, so allow yourself to be just that. Sorry, it's a bit shiny. I love you lot.